Okay, so what I'm going to show you are ways in which we can preview any of the animation or buttons, interactivity, without actually publishing it online, or in the case of rollovers and buttons, exporting it as an interactive PDF. Now, just remember, an interactive PDF will not support or play video, okay? We used to be able to do this, but in the last year, Adobe has taken that out of the picture. So that is why we publish online to do things now. And in doing that, it's quite good because what we have is we open up our publications in a browser, so you can essentially show people publications that you create with degrees of animation, export it online, give them a URL address, and they will be able to play it. So, just coming back to InDesign, I'm going to show you how we can preview animation without actually having to export it. It's quite simple. We've got Window, Interactive, and we've got this EPUB interactivity preview. So we open that up, give it a moment, and make it as big as we want. So that will play those things. It'll actually, we'll just play a page. It won't play the whole publication, okay? But you use it to preview a page. So we did that. It does work, but it's going to a different page. So the preview doesn't go to the different page. I would come up to this one, double click in the page, and then just press the play button. And you can see here, I'll play it again. The buttons come onto screen in an order, and the MP4 slideshow that I made as a sampler has popped up. Okay, but as I said, these don't actually lead us to different pages. So the EPUB preview is how you can do that. Now, what I was going to show you, however, is a way in which you can animate onto screen. And so what I'll do is I'm just going to copy these elements. I'll just set up a new document. So just remember, whenever you're setting up an interactive publication, always choose web. Don't choose print. So I'm just using this 1024 by 768, which is the dimension of an iPad. And I'll just paste these into place. Now, with regard to the animation, we have this animation panel. Okay, now just close your eyes for a moment because I'm taking off the animation that I put on there. Okay, you can open your eyes now. Now, the way that this works, so I've got a group here. I've got a stroke. Let's have a look at it in the layers. And I've got a button that I've created. Okay. So we won't talk about creating the buttons right now. Now, the way that this works, now please note, this group, the text above and below, is at the bottom, okay? If by chance I had this stroke underneath the text, I would not be able to select it, okay? Maybe drilling in, but so I've just got it above. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create an animation, and the way this works is it happens in the order in which I select things. Now please note, if I want things to come in together, they have to be grouped. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll start with this stroke. I've called it line. In this animation panel, preset, fly in from the right. Okay, here's our little preview. I have the ability to do a duration. Do I want it to happen within a second, a fraction of a second, or longer? So we'll just say 1 second. Play it once, animate to the current location. Okay. So having done that, well, let's just do the rest of them first before we have a look at it. Okay, I have these, this group. I'll have this fade in. I might fade this in over 2 seconds. You'll need to test, continually test these things. And the third thing I'll do with this button, I'll have it fly in from the top. Now, when I do that, you'll note here that I have a green path. That is the length of the path. I can change that, but let's just have a look at the whole thing now. Okay, so with that, I can come back. I can just hit the play again. Not too bad. Okay. Now, if by chance I wanted to change this path, I can use my white arrow. Okay, so if I select into it, so I've had to click on the path to get it. Now, I'm just grabbing and extending that path, okay? It's probably going to be too much. Looks like it had a bit of a fade in. Let's have a look at that. Opacity, it fades in. Yeah, no, we'll definitely do that. Keep it to animated. Okay, it's fine, probably a bit much. Now, I will say, please don't go overboard and have everything animating. It will become very dull very quickly if we're waiting for 20 different things to come in before we get to the end, okay? So minimal, okay? You can go overboard. So that is how we can create auto animations with text and graphic elements, okay? So you'll be able to do that. So you can have a look at the various things that are possible. As I said, I think bouncing, dancing, galloping, probably a bit tacky, all right? You want to do something classy, so just keep it simple, all right? Springing, bouncing, boinging, it's all very PowerPointy, isn't it? Okay,